From the Crypt, episode 11, titled Three's a Crowd. This one stars Gavin O'Hurley, Ruth DeSouza, and Paul Lieber. Those are three people's names, so I absolutely did not just memorize right before making this video. In the episode, Richard and Della play a married couple who are having troubles after Richard has lost his job and become an alcoholic. He believes that Della is cheating on him with their old friend Alan, mainly because Alan spends the entire episode flirting with her right in front of him. He also buys her an expensive jacket, which she cannot wait to show her husband. This jacket that was bought for her by this other dude. I think that's the only time she smiles in this episode. They go to Alan's cabin where they whisper to each other the whole time. We can't tell him, not right now, we'll tell him later, we'll tell him tonight. Before they could tell him anything, though, Richard gets drunk and kills Alan with a crossbow, as one does. He then proceeds to strangle Della. As he is dragging her corpse to Alan's guest house, he is greeted by a surprise party, the surprise being that Della was pregnant with Richard's child. The horrified guests look on as Richard carries her corpse, and the episode ends with a shot of her dead body and what's next for Richard. This episode could have been quite terrifying, but it was actually funny because the acting in this was maybe the worst acting I've ever seen in an episode of Tales from the Crypt. It was so bad. I looked up these three people. They've kind of been working steadily. O'Hurley played Brad in Superman 3. I'll take your word for that. D'Souza played a secretary in Hook. Sure. Other than that I've never, this episode of television is the only thing I've knowingly seen any of these people in. I think the best acting in this episode probably came from the Crypt Keeper. It was so bad, but that made it campy. This episode has a great theme. I'm going to age myself here a lot, but there was a soundtrack to Tales from the Crypt that I had on a cassette tape. Those were a thing in the 90s, and I love the theme to this episode. I used to listen to this a lot, and I checked Apple Music to see if I could download the theme again, and I did. So I have the theme after being reminded of it. Great theme. That was the best part of the episode. This was an episode that was so bad that it was good. I enjoyed revisiting it. No issues there. It was fun, but I think if you put it in the hands of good actors, it could have been pretty terrifying, but it was ultimately very campy because of the horrible acting. I'm going to give this one a 6.8 out of 10, and I definitely am looking forward to continuing with season 2.